how to rotate like that. A lot of players copying after. Reverse, trying to find this player on the backside of the circle. Can he convert, Monster?
Oh no, he's gonna get held out to the storm. He only has one build. He's being super cautious with that build, trying to recycle as much as possible. As he is storm coasting here, he still hasn't quite gotten the one yet. Ghost Staff goes down, but Reverse follows up with a big shot and a second to follow up. Can he secure this elimination right here? As he is down in the low ground now, Zone is favoring him here, so this actually works out just a little bit.
Yeah, and Flossin still in it as well. Golden Boy's favorite from the cornfield at TwitchCon to potentially the World Cup stage as he's in here with the best of the best. You see Reverse now on the backside of the circle. 9 players remaining. Livid Furland in it as well, hanging out on the mid-ground type. Reverse trying to find whatever space he can as Demo picks up Envy calling frags. The youngster from Envy going down there as Reverse, again, trying to take advantage, but super low on builds. 2 left, so trying to follow these players up. Needs to find whatever elims he can. 4 more seconds. Here. Needs to be able to get up through that gap. This is incredibly hard.
He's just going for the elims.
He got
the crack right there down to the low ground. He gets so much damage down.
He got a Demo
as well.
Inside to the top 5. Brilliant from Reverse. The patience to hang out in the storm and know the other players will run through. Will he catch this other player? He checks the side. Oh, he could have had a chance for the shot there. That was Flossin. So you have the P-God on ultimate high. 10-bit is sad. Reverse and Flossin on the middle types. P-God on your top right. Reverse 2K on your bottom right with the trap and the poison one out, looking to get whatever ticks he can. P-God actually is going to be able to farm out some additional math. So keep an eye right now on Reverse. That's where any action will come from. Edit fight coming out. Edits the ramp both ways. Looks for the shot. Doesn't connect. He's going to opt to farm for a little bit now. P-God working his way down the tarp, starting to put some pressure.
He's taking his nice, sweet time here as Flossin has so much material. He jumped out of the baller, so P-God definitely has to take it slow and steady here. Reverse 2K is in the battle of his life as he is trying to secure as much position as possible. There goes the stinker, toe-to-toe in the low. Reverse wins his engagement. Flossin is at half HP here from stinkers as well. Here's P-God's opportunity.
P-God looking for it as he starts working his way down the tarp. Flossin knows the player is there, opting to cone himself out. Can he get the edit through? Flossin is looking to try and break through. P-God first shot on him. P-God second shot on him. Flossin needs to get and stay in the zone. He's going to try and challenge. Will he get it? He retakes high ground with the impulse. Reverse catches back up, but P-God picks up Flossin. It's P-God versus Reverse, and P-God takes it home. Saying, I am TH P-God, the P-God, whatever it is. Brilliantly done from you, sir. From the high ground rift play all the way through, he impulses himself off the side of the mountain saying, I am king of this server, hear me roar, as we go back over that skeleton, that fossil that the players brought through. What a great rotation from him there.
That's a highlight if I ever seen one, picking up a big 2-piece on names as well. That was a great end game right there. Now, hopping into our next game here, it's Creo leading in eliminations. He's got about 3 of them things. Looking to taking a look around. We've got FaZe Cloak down in the low ground to the right. So this is, you know, absolutely a stacked lobby here.
Yeah, Nate Hill picking up Mirren as well. We've seen Mirren do incredibly well. Also, just the density of this lobby as Jota picks up Eiffel and Creo picks up Stony as well. Krabi picks up Zire and Creo tosses an L. Say, take that, go back. As we see, getting now into Circle 5, 46 players remaining, so super dense, Monster. 3
headshots, though. My gosh, that's the power of the suppressed AR. Sometimes you just don't hear them coming, and they can follow up that fast. So bye-bye, and I'm pretty sure that player was at a 200 effective health. So do the math there, guys. 66 times 3, you are going to be gone. Now looking over to Turbo here. He's glancing down at the bottom right of the corners. He does have a sniper. He's standing on a cone, trying to get a little bit of that elevation. Can he get a snipe shot here?
Is peeking super effectively here. This is what Bala has talked about when you're trying to find yourself a window. Don't want to overexpose, but Creo knows that player is there, tossing a little snowball there, letting him know he's hanging out and around the player. Should be able to hear that as long as he's not over-editing. Creo knows there's a player towards his other side as well, can see the builds and the players editing out, wants to find this rotation going through, but look at the terrain we have to deal with in the bottom right-hand corner as we tick over 3 seconds. There's so much change in verticality here, Monster. It's going to be a nightmare for these these players.
Yeah, crossing through these river areas, especially these big mountains as you start to head over to the other side of the map, is definitely an intense one. Insight's going to pick up a couple hits there. Creo looks like he finds himself a launch pad to recycle. That's going to be great to conserve any kind of mobility he's probably stashed up on. And now, look, he's going to get deep in the zone here. He wants to get as far ahead as possible. Love how he opts to land closer to the trees and some of that natural cover on the side, though.
Yeah, wanting that space, wanting to break the line of sight, also wanting to be near these players so he can continually try to trade out shots. Wants to find this player as he sneaks in there, but not going to get it. Colosso going down to the storm. We have so many players left here. You can see Cloak, Graska, A Philly, Hippie Habitat, Daxer, Diju, Liquid Xeno. So many different players in this right now.
That's right, Sundown. But all right, we're going to send on over to Golden Boy, who's going to hook us up with the information fix here. Golden.
Hey, guys. Just want to let everyone know. Thank you all so much. So, real quick. Given information, was jumped the gun as far as like what happened regarding Brazil. Still tallying all of the points currently. Nyx clearly was up ahead, but we're going to have to see where he ends out. So once again, got some information, relayed it out to everyone, but in the end, we're sorry about that. We're going to make sure, though, that we keep a keen eye on the results. And for now, let's head back into the action.
That's right. Thank you, Golden Boy. Yeah, you know, just excitement takes us all here as well as things are kind of unfolding. But we will keep you guys up to date on that one. So thank you guys so very much for being patient and understanding. But back into this game here. A lot of things have happened so far. Creo still in it. Senkaros is in the air. He doesn't have a lot of HP. Tyler 15. Dude, Tyler's on one right now. We're seeing him in every single lobby.
Yep, and making it to all the end games. It's a good sign if you're in a lot of our cast, because again, if you're a little new to this type of broadcast format, we jump right on into the end games as Tyler 15 picking up another Elan there onto Okate, and now you look, he's trying to challenge towards that backside of the circle. He wants to fight, wants to find players rotating, does get shot at towards the back by Bicones, I think, or Beck Ones. We'll go with Beck Ones. If it's wrong, I apologize. And Voyle there we saw with some great work, but one of your favorites in the match right now, Monster, Hogman, rotating through with that baller.
Yeah, he's been very consistent lately. Not quite sure. We haven't seen too much of him today, so hopefully his games are going in his favor. Face Cloak does have the high ground here. He's got 6 dynamite. The question is, when do you chuck all of this down? Looks like the time is now. I asked, he delivers. Here it is. All 6 of them go out. He picks one up. Can he get another here? He does.
Oh my, just dropping down 6 dynamite towards the backside of that zone, picking up 2 quick eliminations. Gotta feel good about that. We've talked about that with the grenade launcher, but I mean, it works just as well when you got the 75 tick, massive AoE dynamite explosion, sneaking those ones on in. As you see, Grove, Duct, and Hogman all utilize the grapplers' very low cooldown in range in order to keep their momentum up and stay towards the backside of this circle. 18 players remaining.
That's right, and Creel's at 7 eliminations here, so he's having one great game right now as he is looking to cross over in the high ground here. He is kind of up there. He should probably look to connect to one of these other planks, but he's on the offense instead. One shot right there. He knows this player has been suspect to some fall damage. Hippie Habitat goes down with a big pump.
Yeah, picking that one up there. Creo very recently signed to Lazarus, a player who we've seen a lot of in a lot of different circumstances. But one thing for sure about him, his gameplay is very, very, very good. As he picks up Slayerbot, right there is a player to look out for in terms of high volume eliminations when he is able to be consistent. Does get a little bit inside of his head and sometimes lets the stuff outside of the game get to him. But when he is on, he is absolutely on.
I just want to talk about that edit right there. He edited the ramp in such a way that the player was blocked from crossing over, so he was doomed the moment that edit came down with the swift trap. That was a fantastic Elan by Creo. But here we are, Hogman contesting the high ground over Grove. Hogman has complete control of the high ground now as he is going up, but Zai TTV is looking to break it. Great ball break right there by Hogman, forcing Zai TV into Grove, and now he's in the best position possible in his game as it's going over the mountain here.
Yeah, and a bunch of players get ripped up, effectively reset as all the decision-making now is down to Dubs and Hogman. Dubs is trying to knock as many players down as he can or find a launch pad. Does get back in the zone. Hogman now turns his eyes back vertically, not realizing Dubs is in there. So now it's all on Hogman. Does he get more than one, is able to convert on one. Now Jota is flying into the arms of Dubs, waiting for it. Still 6 players remaining. Dubs picks that one back up, and we are now into the top 6.
Ooh, gets one pump by Hogman. They are landing on Hogman, but Hogman is holding it down right now as Creo takes out 8 billion.
Look at the stink grenades. Look at the stink grenades on the low ground.
This is it.
But Creo's taking advantage of it. Creo picks up 2 elims, so now it is Hogman against Creo. Hogman picked up one of them there. He gifted so many elims to Creo from just taking the players out and forcing him to run directly into his line of fire. Now Creo trying to sprint on Hogman. He forces him down, but Hogman with the stinks says you can't run into the storm. You can't stay in the safe zone. I controlled the high ground. I took it home. Brilliantly done from Hogman. Great execution from Lazarus's Creo as well. Great way to end that section out. Golden Boy, what do you got for us, man?
That was a crazy altercation between 2 top players. Congratulations to Hogman picking up the victory. Monster D-Face yesterday called out Hogman as a player to look out for, and for due reason. But welcome back to the studio here as we have Balla. It's Mr. Balla's neighborhood. and you're going to show us some cool stuff, my friend. What do you got?
Yeah, we do have some cool stuff. Jackie actually showing off a little bit of a technique here. He just doesn't stop. Where's he going?
Okay. All right.
Up to the sky.
Well, guess what he has, though?
Yeah, the glider redeploy.
Exactly.
This is that strategy that we talked about TwitchCon when glider redeploy was available to everybody. He's going to take some shots, actually. And because he's up there, nobody realizes for a long time. He's going to have a...
Stairway to heaven right there, man.
Yeah, he's going to have a little dance party by himself up in the sky.
Hey, this right here is key game-breaking analysis, or game analyzing.
Hey, but look at the top right. Top 25 he got there, and then he goes all the way to top 10. I think he gets even second place in this game. There's an elim that he found. And now, continuing on, look at how he lands right onto that little high ground, the old builds there, and then resets this really quickly while it's connected right above the trees. That player comes down, and there it is. Nice shot by Jackiewski. That's Minetrix, another strong player. He goes on to get second in that game. But here, Nelpy, looking for the opportunity for a little dance party.
That's right. Everyone wants to dance, feel the love, but this is the World Cup. You got to make him pay for throwing the hands in the air. Wave them like you just don't care.
Indeed, he actually got top 25 from that as well. And now, this is Balloon with the nice RPG onto splats there. You guys call it out. Using the RPG and then spraying out from there. That's so good. This is an early clip, but here, P-God, using the impulse grenade so solidly. Look at how he just actually spots. He looks down below. He's like, oh, I see an opportunity. Just fly. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then immediately goes into farming. That's an opportunity there. And then again, look at that trap real quick. That's just like a preemptive trap. Hey, if you box this way, I'm going to take that while I'm in a trap. But no, it's not going to go anywhere. A nice shot first from P-God. And then finishing off, going in the zone. Look at that shot right there. Just barely right before the player built. And he knows he still has these impulses. Let's put him to use.
Wow.
Takes high ground right again. And then the first elim, boom, while he's falling on the Flossen, and then finishes off second place there. I mean, great by P-God. Just unbelievable using that impulse so perfectly. I mean, you don't see that too often. We talk about how risky it is.
Now, I will be mad that he got that elimination against my boy Flossen. P-God, come on, dog. Come on,
you can't do Golden Boy like that.
You can't do my boy Flossen dirty like that. But some crazy stuff there. These have been some incredible games, Balla, seriously. Any other players that I know you've been watching all the replays. Anything that's been kind of catching your eye as well? Any players that you're like, oh, this guy has to go all the way?
I mean, right now, Creo is just, I've seen him in a few of those games, 2 of them right now, and he's gone second place. I think he got 7th or something like that before, and he's always high eliminations every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do. Maximize your points. Maximize your points.
Maximize your points. Balla, maximize your points. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us here. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, plenty more Fortnite games to come. You don't want to miss it. And we'll see you on the other side.
Jump on and drop in. It's time to kick off the Fortnite World Cup competition. From April 13th to June 16th, we'll be running Fortnite World Cup Online Opens, where you can qualify to compete for your chance at a piece of the $30 million prize pool. But how will these work, you ask? Each week will alternate back and forth between solos and duos competition, with players qualifying from each server region in Oceania, Asia, Europe, Brazil, NA East, and NA West. To find specifics for your server region, go to Fortnite.com/World Cup. To play in the online opens, you'll need to compete in the new Arena mode, an always-on form of competition where players can rank up tiers and leagues. It all starts in the Open League, and when players earn 125 points, they'll advance into Contenders League. After that, you'll need to build your way up to 300 points to unlock Champion League, where the Saturday Online Open players will be chosen. Then, we'll take the top 3,000 solo players or 1,500 duos from that Saturday's semifinals and advance them to the Sunday finals. Each Sunday, 20 players will rise to the top and qualify to join us in New York for the Fortnite World Cup Finals. Buckle up, because we're officially on the road to the Fortnite World Cup Finals. In just a few months, we'll see the greatest Fortnite players in the world go head-to-head to determine who will take the title of World Cup champion and become part of the global phenomenon that is Fortnite. Hundreds of players will compete on stage in New York City for their chance at ultimate Battle Royale glory and their piece of $30 million. But let's look back at how we got here. The competition was hot at our first major live event at PAX West, where we held the Summer Skirmish finale. This open format pitted over 900 players against each other, and Morgassi was able to rise out of the masses and take home nearly $250,000.
A life-changing amount of money.
Fall Skirmish came next, where 500 players competed not only in Battle Royale competitions, but build-offs, challenges, bake-offs, and cosplay competitions to win prizes and value club points. This all came to an insane conclusion at TwitchCon, where Tfue and Cloaksy were able to fend off the competition and win it all.
It's Tfue and Cloaksy!
Finishing off the year, we dove into the Winter Royale when the first ever open online qualifier was hosted, featuring the top 200 players from North America and Europe. In the end, the Stream Skype dominated the European qualifier, semifinal, and final to come out on top. And on NA, Nolan beasted his way through the rounds, outperformed the Infinity Blade, and took home the crown. 2019 kicked off with the Secret Skirmish, where Ghost Saf and Rise Ronaldo took the top spot in duos, and the solos competition ended with an unbelievable performance from Ghost Bizzle, who took it all with the most clutch Fortnite finish in competitive history.
Around, shot comes in, a limb for Bizzle, turns on the player above. That's it! He deagled the floor! Bizzle with the victory!
But this unbelievable action isn't limited to offline events. We've watched competitors get themselves ready for the Fortnite World Cup through their participation in the online tournaments. Fully open qualifiers for all players 13 and up has definitely shaken up the standard. Starting with the Scallywag Cup, familiar players like Saf and Zayt are continuously flaunting their skills, and we also saw new faces like WBG's Rux and Pika. But the veterans and big names aren't backing down, with players new and old challenging each other non-stop for the top spot. Beehive was a prime example of this in the European Blackheart Cup, continuing his absurdly consistent streak of dominating open competitions, while the Argentinian Dzeko was able to show off his elimination skills in a dominant Brazil region victory. After that, we saw two duo competitions, the Lux Cup and the World Cup warm-up, with a fantastic mix of challengers and established veterans able to claw their way up the leaderboard. The newly formed duo of Perfect Tilt and Mastoris have shown that they are not to be messed with, while the newly eligible European youngsters like Mongro, Benji Fishy, Osmo, and Milan showing that they are as good as everyone believed. But let's not forget about Oceania and Asia, where we've seen the Chiefs duo of Sync and Skyla continually upsetting the standard and dominating the ladder. and Mendocino, Top Vbucks, and the Crazy Raccoon Boys have all had incredible performances over in the East. We've seen so many different players come to the fore, but nothing on the scale like this. Who will be the next Margassi? Will a Tfue or Cloak-like pair continue their domination? Will our winners be someone who qualifies early, or will they have to sweat it out every weekend to make it onto the World Cup final stage? We could not be more excited to see the story unfold and to watch these players ascend to greatness. And who knows, one of them could be you.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers. A lot of games have been unfolding. You guys might have just heard me on the mic. Those are a crazy set of games, so welcome back after that nice short intermission here. I'm Monster D-Face, and I'll be taking you guys through all of the format and stuff like that that is going down here with this show today. So first up, we'll have some scheduling, some stand-ins, some format. There's all kinds of things I'm breaking here. So let's take a look at the standings. In first place, you have Dubs FN with 15 eliminations here, leading with 49 points. But talk about that tiebreaker. They're just neck and neck King Trig here, as they are clearly qualifying for different reasons, right? Victory Royales versus eliminations down there. Sendbug, Creo is up there, also doing really, really good in this format right now. You see Cease, you see DMO, you see Hogman. All of these guys are fighting to get a top